Okay, so today I'm talking about this new microphone from NUX. Now, I know I've done a few microphone reviews before, but this new wireless microphone kind of caught my interest because it's so compact. So today, what I want to do is I'm actually recording some lessons for Sax School today. So I'm going to show you what this microphone's all about and show you why there's a couple of really cool things about it that I think make it stand out and what made me want to try it actually. Plus we're going to have a listen to what it sounds like and see if this might be a good option for you. If we've not met before, I'm Nigel. I run a thing called Sax School. It's a huge online community for learning saxophone. And, you know, of our thousands of active members, loads and loads of them are using wireless microphones, like I do, in fact, as well. And they're a great choice for recording at home, but also if you're out gigging, maybe playing with a local band or playing by yourself as a solo artist, a wireless microphone is a brilliant choice because it gives you so much more freedom when you're performing. Now, I've done a bunch of different reviews for wireless microphones on the channel here, and one of them is actually for the Cloud Vocal system. I think this is a brilliant system. Tons of our Sax School members actually use this mic. I'll put a link up here where you can go check out the latest review I did on that one. But why should we consider this new NUX B-6 system? Well, right out the gate, the first thing that really impressed me was the size of this, because look how compact it is. I mean, this is it. This is the box that it came in. Now, I'll be honest with you, NUX actually sent this to me to try out, to see what I thought about it. What really appealed to me, I teased this at the start, was the fact that unlike all of the other systems that I've tried, where you either need to put batteries in or you need to plug a power supply in, with this NUX microphone, it charges itself inside the case, and I thought that was really, really cool. Let me show you what I mean. So inside the case for this NUX, it's all very, very neat in here. You've got a receiver, you've got the gooseneck for the microphone itself, and the transmitter. But the coolest part is, inside this case is a battery, a charging battery. So you can see there's a USB-C socket there, and if we press the button here, we can see what the battery charge is. Now, the really cool thing about that is this means that whenever the equipment is back in the case, it's actually charging it up, and also means that straight away you can see how much charge you've got remaining inside your case. Now, I haven't checked this out to see how many gigs I could get out of a single charge, but just the fact that I can charge it in the case without having to bring another piece of equipment with me makes it so much easier, because it means as long as my case is charged up and my devices are charged up, I'm bound to get a fair bit of playing time out of it. I think that's really, really cool. And of course, the other thing that's great is how compact this is, because that'll easily fit into any saxophone case in the little pocket, either inside the hard case or in a little pocket on the outside of the case. Rightio, so let's pull it out and let's see how it fits on the saxophone. So inside the case, it's dead simple. You've literally got three things. You've got the receiver, the transmitter, and the gooseneck. Now, I've actually been just playing around with this a little bit, and you can see it's actually charging up at the moment. So I've got my red charging indicator where it's charging from the internal battery, which is really, really cool. So to assemble it, dead easy. You grab your gooseneck out and you grab your transmitter, and you can see the two things literally just clip together in here. Very much like putting a pair of headphones in, but you just tighten it up here to make it secure. Now, what I really like about this is integrated in to the transmitter is this clamp, which clips on to the bell of your saxophone. Very cool. And you can see the charging connectors on the back of the transmitter there, so whenever it goes back into the case, it charges up on those little connectors in there. Now, even included with the box, you've got a charging cable stashed neatly into the little pocket in the top as well. I really love how compact the receiver is. You can see there's a charging point on the side there if you did want to plug it in directly, but of course it charges in the case. And there's just an indicator on the top to show you that it's connected, and the standard XLR connector there, which would go straight into your mixer or into your audio interface. Yeah, super compact. Now, there's a little on-off switch on the side here, and when we press that on, the red indicator comes on to show that it's working, and then there's another on-off switch on the side of the microphone. When I press and hold that down, you can see the light comes on, and when the two things are connected, they both turn green, so you know that we're all good to go and everything's working. Now, today I'm recording straight into my computer, so I'm going to plug this into my audio interface so the signal goes straight into the computer. No cables, no other things to worry about, just this. Of course, if I was doing a live gig, I'd plug it straight into my mixer, or if you've got one of those compact PAs, you could just plug it into one of the import XLRs on the back of that. So really, really useful and versatile. So small, love it. So here's that clip. It's dead easy to go onto the bell. You literally just squeeze in the two things on the side and it clips straight onto the bell. It's actually really, really simple and quite secure. And actually, when I compare it to some of the other models, like this is a much more expensive microphone. This is my main touring wireless microphone, which is an AMT Y5, and it's got a very, very secure clamp, but much more, industrial looking and clumsy in a way. And even the Cloud Vocal is a very, very clever system. It's so light, it's got a very simple little clip that goes on. But I quite like how positive this clamp is. I love that, and you can put it anywhere. And actually, it will work on a soprano. I'll show you. Yeah, so it would just as easily clip on to the bell of my soprano like this, as my tenor or my alto or even my bari sax. Love it. Now, always one of the problems with wireless microphones on a little gooseneck like this is the separation from the saxophone so you don't get lots of key noise. And you can see there's a bit of flexibility in there for the capsule. Let's hope that that keeps the key noise down. I'll be listening for the key noise and also listening for the overall sound of the microphone. It's always difficult when you've got a wireless system and a tiny capsule to get a good quality of sound. So let's have a listen. Okay, so today's lesson I'm recording is the Leonard Cohen tune, Hallelujah. Let's have a listen to what it sounds like. I'm actually really impressed with the sound of this microphone, but I have got a little bit of effects on there, and if you take the effects off, you can hear a little bit of key noise. Check this out. That's actually pretty good, There's a little bit of key noise in there. But you get that on any wireless microphone, and even this really expensive, fancy microphone, I do get a little bit of key noise on this one. You know what, I'm not trying to shoot out these two microphones because they're in completely different price ranges, but I think the most important takeaway from here is that the key noise isn't a really big issue. Yeah, you could beef up the sound a little bit with a bit of EQ in there, but you know what, for 99% of applications when you're using this microphone in a live setting with a little bit of reverb or something on your sound, this is great. It's going to really do a fantastic job. And I think it sounds lovely. What do you think it sounds like? Let me know in a comment down below. Oh, there's one other cool thing about this microphone that I forgot to mention, and that is that it's got these inbuilt scenes or EQ settings depending on which saxophone that you're playing on. So it's pretty cool. The green indicates that it's set up for tenor saxophone, but there's a little button in here. If I press this, red is for alto saxophone, and then yellow is for soprano saxophone. I've not seen that feature on any other microphone, wireless microphone system, certainly not something in this price range. So it's a pretty cool feature, and I'll definitely be playing around with this a bit more to see how it affects the sound and see if it's something that's really noticeable. So just to wrap up, I think this is a fantastic option if you're looking for a wireless microphone system for your sax. Now there's loads of other things we could test. We could test the range, we could see what the battery life is like, but just as a quick test here, we were looking at the sound and the practicality of this system. I think it's fabulous. Now, there are lots of other options, and lots of our members are using the Cloud Vocal mic, which I still think is a great option, but I love how this system is so simple. We don't have to worry about extra plug-in devices and cables and all that sort of stuff, and I love the fact that it charges in the case. You know what, I'm all about keeping things really simple, and I think that's what this microphone does, and it sounds pretty good too. I'll put some links down below where you can find out a bit more about this microphone or where you can get hold of one. If you're using one of these already, please let me know in a comment. Let me know what you think about it, because I'm always trying to test these things to help our thousands of Sax School members. So any info that you can share with us, we'd really appreciate it. Hey, if you want to push ahead with your playing, really want to explore your skills, see how you can develop your playing further, or even if you want to try the lesson that I was recording in this very video, then go check out what we're doing with Sax School. As I'm filming this, we've got a 14-day trial running, which means you can get 14 days free access to all of the lessons. You can try out some help from the tutors, you can connect with our community, you can come and see a masterclass, you can get some feedback on a spotlight session. There's just tons of stuff in there to help you, just like we're helping thousands of other students every single day. There's a link down below where you can check that out. But also don't forget, there's tons of other stuff on our YouTube channel here and also on our blog over at saxschoolonline.com. Loads of resources to help you improve your playing. So go check it all out and reach out if we can help you. All right, thanks for watching and I'll catch you next time.